Imagine, if you will, a bustling city. Buildings tower high, people rush about, cars zip down the streets. This city, believe it or not, is a perfect representation of the particulate nature of matter. Just as cities are made up of individual buildings, people, and vehicles, all matter, from the air we breathe to the steel in skyscrapers, is composed of tiny particles. In the grand tapestry of existence, these minute particles play starring roles. They interact, combine, separate, and transform, giving rise to the universe as we know it. Picture a glass of water. It appears smooth, uniform, almost serene, but delve beneath the surface and it's a different story. Each water molecule is a bustling metropolis in its own right, with hydrogen and oxygen atoms as the buildings and electrons as the inhabitants. Now consider a block of ice. It's hard, cold, and rigid. Yet it's made up of the same water molecules as the glass of water. The difference lies in how these particles arrange themselves. In ice, water molecules pack closely together in a rigid structure, creating a solid. In the glass of water, they move more freely, giving water its fluid nature. This highlights an important aspect of the particulate nature of matter. The state of matter depends not just on the type of particles, but also on their arrangement and movement. Let's turn our attention to a balloon. Fill it with air, and it expands. The air particles are like tiny ping-pong balls bouncing around inside the balloon, pushing against its walls and causing it to inflate. But what happens when you let the air out of the balloon? The air particles spread out, filling the room. This demonstrates another key facet of the particulate nature of matter. Particles move from areas of high concentration to areas of low concentration until they're evenly spread out. Now think about a drop of food coloring in a glass of water. Initially, the color is concentrated in one spot, but given time, the color spreads throughout the water. This is because the food coloring particles move and mix with the water particles, a process known as diffusion. These examples illustrate three key takeaways about the particulate nature of matter. First, all matter is composed of tiny particles. These particles can be atoms, molecules, or ions. Second, the state of matter, solid, liquid, or gas, depends on the arrangement and movement of these particles. And third, particles tend to move from areas of high concentration to areas of low concentration, a process known as diffusion. So, the next time you look at a bustling city, a glass of water, or a balloon, remember the tiny particles that make up our world. They may be small, but they shape the universe in big ways.